Okay, so for you guys, Annalise, I don't know if you've ever seen her in class or observing another. She just did the teacher training with Christine, and she's going to, observe. So best behavior. You got a good group here to observe. Yeah, so everything's changing now, right? Because in teacher training, usually they come, they watch, they adjust you. So now we're hands off. So, we'll just yell at you. No, just kidding. Okay, you do this to get away from the home. Okay, so we're gonna lie down on our backs. Oh no. Should have worn your long tights. Okay, lie down on your back. Take your feet about as wide as your mat and let your knees knock together. So just a nice, comfortable supine position. It's called Constructive Rest. We're doing it because it's more of an internal, or I guess you could say medial rotation of the knee joint, which is internal rotation of the hip, medial of the knee, that we don't do a lot in class, but it's just a nice feeling. You get the natural curves in your spine. No forcing the belly down. Just rest the head so you can kind of feel there's space underneath the neck and underneath the low back where it's supposed to be. Just settle in, check in. I know we were talking a little bit about how our bodies are feeling this morning, just being back in front of computers maybe for more hours, and your neck or your low back are feeling a little tight. Just pay attention to those areas as you move through your practice. Start to tune into your breath. Doesn't have to be the deepest ujjayi ever right out of the gate, but just start to lengthen and smooth out the breath. Paying a little extra attention to the exhales, making sure to really finish the exhale and just know the inhale is going to follow. A few more long, deep breaths. And then from here, keep your feet just in the same position, wide like this, and take a few easy windshield wipers. So separate your knees and just gently let the knees fall left to right, right to left. A couple more times. And then when you're feeling about even, come back to center, hug both knees in towards your chest. I like to wrap my forearms around my shins and kind of fall into this upside down child pose shape. If you want to rock a little, you can rock a little, or just kind of let the hips get a nice, easy stretch. Take one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then keep hugging your right knee in. You can clasp in front of your shin, stretch your left leg long. If you want to stir the pot a little bit, you can move that left knee around in circles a couple times in each direction, getting into the hip joint. And then coming back to center, stretch your right leg up to the sky. I think I maybe said left and I meant right. Apologize. Just hold on where it's comfortable for you. So just either above or below the knee joint. If you have a strap or a towel and you want to wrap it all the way around your right foot, you can. Think about lengthening that right hip down and forward. Finding that resistance of pressing your right leg into your hand and your hand into your leg. You want to give the ankle a few swirls if you haven't already, or point and flex, go there. Just warming up all the little joints. And then start to find stillness again in that right leg. Bend your right knee and take a twist to the left. You may need to shift your hips a little to the right and then drop the right knee over to the left. Stretch out through your right arm, turn your palm to face up. So externally rotating the right arm, giving that shoulder a chance to roll back and down. And take one more breath in. Exhale, release, come back to center for a moment. Just stretch both legs long, stretch your arms up over your head. Take a big breath in. And an equally big breath out. And we'll do the other side. Hugging in the left knee, either staying still or just moving it around a little bit in the hip joint. And then stretching the left leg up toward the sky. One leg might feel tighter than the other, and I'm saying that because my left leg seems to be talking a lot more than my right at this point. Keep sending the left hip down and forward, and even think of sending your tailbone down towards your right heel, really lengthening the spine. Couple more breaths. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee, shift your hips a little to the left and drop the left knee over to the right. Extend your left arm, palm facing up. And then breathe a few times into your twist. Starting to feel that cobra feeling across your chest, so broad across the collarbones as the shoulders soften down. One more inhale. Exhale, come back up into center. Hug your knees in. Take a few easy rocks and make your way all the way up to tabletop. Hands and knees. So much grass already. We're all brushing off our mats here at the park. That's right. Brush off the mat pose. Okay, shoulders over wrists, knees over hips. Spread your fingers, have your wrist creases on the same line, and we'll just take some easy cat-cow. So inhaling, arching through your spine, and exhale, rounding in. Again, inhale, lengthen, and exhale. So use your breath, really think lengthen the spine, shoulders back, tailbone lifts. And then when you exhale, hollow out the belly, drop the tailbone, drop the head. Take a couple more. And then after your next cat, the one with the rounded back, come back to neutral. If you changed your hand position, you bring it back to fingers facing forward. We'll extend the right leg back and lift it up to hip height. So you guys out here just know I'm most likely going to be just doing the leg I say, not mirroring, because that's a fiasco. Okay, stretch your left arm out by your left ear. So find your cross diagonal balance. You may really need to grip the mat with your fingers, especially if you're on the ground. Take an inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath your body. And again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and then bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. Try to find the foot or ankle. Lift the right thigh a little higher. Twist your shoulder open toward the left. Take a big stretch here. So yeah, lean back as much as you can. I know it feels a little off balance. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. We're going to take a shoulder thread, inhaling with the right arm up to the right. And then exhale, thread the right arm through, palm facing up. Come down onto the left side of the right side of your face. Good. Slightly lean your head back. Nice, Mike. Good. You can come up onto those left fingertips and walk them forward, maybe to a little bit up toward the top right corner of your mat, just to peel open more. Take 1 more inhale. And exhale, press down into your left hand. Unwind, come back to center. If you need a cat-cow to take it, or just find stillness in your tabletop. And we'll do the other side. Stretching the left leg back. Raise it to hip height. Really extend back through that left heel. Draw up and in through your core. Reach your right arm forward. So find your balance here. Take an inhale, reach long through the foot, through the hand. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Use your core. Squeeze it in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen both pieces. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your right hand. Give that left thigh a little lift. Look to the right. Stay for 4. Keep lifting and peeling. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, extend and release. Exhale, set it all down. We'll do the shoulder stretch on the other side. Inhale in the left arm, up and open, get space. Exhale, thread it through, come down onto the left side of your face. Good. You can walk that right hand a little forward and to the left if that helps you open up more. Good, good, Tara. Nice, Alan. Yeah, you almost want to feel like you could like roll over onto your back, but you're not going to. Or maybe you are. Take an inhale. And then exhale, slowly unwind back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips, downward facing dog. Down dog's not good for the earpiece. Take a moment here in your first down dog. Pedal, shift your hips side to side. Just getting some of the wiggles out, whatever your body's asking for. And then start to settle into stillness for a moment. Really press forward through all 10 fingers, taking some of the stress out of the wrist. Arms are really strong and straight. Squeeze thumb to thumb. These birds are loud. Wrap your upper arms back. Lift your hips high, high, high. And then root down through both heels. And take one more breath in. And exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. So come to Uttanasana, standing forward fold at the back of your mat. Feet hip distance or even slightly wider. You can soften your knees any amount. You want to be able to shift your hips over your heels versus sticking your butt back in an effort to get your legs straight. And then release your head and neck, just let it go. Maybe hold opposite elbows or hold on behind your head and just really let the upper body stretch. Really the back body, I should say, not just the upper body, because it's from your heels, maybe even from your big toe, all the way up the back of your legs, down the back of your spine, through your neck and head. And then from here, release your hands to the mat. And again, just make sure you have your feet at least hip distance or a touch wider. Plant your left hand underneath your face, so like making a triangle with your feet. Inhale your right arm open to the right. Take a little twist. You can bend your left knee a little or a lot. And just let it feel good. If you want to swirl out that right wrist or take a half bind. Keep the weight again moving toward the front of your feet. Take one more breath in. And exhale, unwind back into your forward fold. And we'll do the other side. Planting the right hand, making that little triangle. If you had a block, you could have a block under your right hand also. Bend your right knee, twist open. Sometimes the ground just feels so far away, so the block is helpful. Oh, can you guys hear the commentary over there? Good. Keep twisting, keep opening, keep drawing your navel to your spine. Take one more breath in. Exhale, fold. From here, inhale, halfway lift. If you want to use your shins, use your shins. And exhale, fold in. 2 more times. Inhale, Ardha. Just lengthen the spine from the hips to the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in. This time, inhale, rise, reach up, bend your knees a little if it helps. Exhale, hands to heart. If you want to bring your feet back to hip distance because it's more, do you have 2 mats? Yeah. Smart, okay. I was like, Mike's got it going on over here. He said like the extra wide mat. Good. Okay, if you guys didn't hear him, he said it makes him look thinner. You all know Mike. Everyone on here knows you. So it's your fan club. Okay, here we go. Half Surya A. Inhale, reach up. This is what I really miss. But I hate the mute. Exhale, forward fold. I like getting to hear all this. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folded. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, half Surya A. So inhale, really lengthen, lift through your rib cage, front and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, move toward the front of your feet. Exhale, fold in, forehead to shins. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, big reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in and then walk forward. Come back to downward facing dog. Nice long down dog. Your down dog should be about the length of your plank. Inhale, from here, shift forward into that plank pose. So we can kind of just test it out, adjust your feet if you need to. Your shoulders should be over your wrists and your fingers spread just like that initial tabletop. Belly and low ribs drawing in without poking the butt up. Take one more breath in. And exhale, take it up and back. Try not to move your hands or your feet. I know it's crazy hard. And then inhale again, shift forward to plank. This time come a little more to your tips of your toes, so your shoulders get a little in front of your wrists. Set your knees down, come to a modified plank position. And we're just gonna take 3 modified Chaturanga push-ups. So from here, think shoulders roll back, belly draws in, take an inhale. Exhale, just lower Chaturanga halfway down, and inhale, press back up. Again, inhale, exhale to lower, so Chaturanga is always on an exhale. Inhale, press the mat away. One more time, inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, press back up, and then downward facing dog. So funny story about push-ups. My daughter is back in school and she has like PE, dance, whatever. And last night she said, oh, I'm so sore right here, like right in the pectoral area. Why am I so sore? Something's wrong, call the doctor. And I said, didn't you do push-ups in dance class the other day? And she's like, oh. She's like, I didn't really do good ones. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Inhale, high up on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Sometimes it's the bad ones that hurt you more. Exhale, hands to your heart. But it was just funny because I'm like, yeah, been there, right? Especially with yoga, you're like, what did I do? Oh, yeah. Inhale, reach up with your right hand, take your left wrist, stretch long. Using yoga what? Side bend to your right. Okay, I'll go to your right. Using yoga, just stretching, yeah. Right, Annalise? That's what they say. Yeah. Yoga's just stretching. Inhale up through center. Switch your clasp, get long. I know. You don't know it till you know it. Reach over. It's good to see her doing some physical activity. Inhale up to center. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step your left leg back. Bring your left knee down to the mat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Good. So as you reach up, lean slightly back, but then also sink forward. Hug your right hip back. Whew, challenge. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward, set your right knee down. Inhale, Anjane. Settle in, feel the pose, lean back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, so same thing with the side stretches. Inhale, reach up. Right hand takes left wrist. Reach long and side bend to your right. Inhale up to center. Switch your clasp, stretch long. Side bend to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. This time leading with your right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step the right leg back. Right knee down. Big breath in, Anjane. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, left knee down. Big breath in. And exhale, hands to the mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, we're gonna go around one more time, just maybe adding in a little bit. Inhale, reach up, clasp your fingers. This time, point your index fingers to the sky like you wanna, well, I usually say poke a hole in the ceiling, but I don't think we can get up to our ceiling out here in the park. Side bend to your right. Inhale, center, but when I say sky, I really mean it. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, take a little back bend. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back, left knee comes down. Inhale, Anjane, and then this time, cactus your arms and take a little back bend. We'll just hold here in the back bend for a couple extra breaths. Feel like you're lifting your heart center up and rolling it back. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. This time, step back to plank, top of a push-up. Inhale, shift to your tippy toes. Exhale, knees up or knees down, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step your left foot forward, set your right knee down. Inhale, and then come to your back bend again, cactus your arms. Inhale, lift through the heart, and exhale, lean back, but keep sinking forward as you lean back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. One more round. Inhale, reach up, clasp your fingers, point your index fingers to the sky, blue sky. Side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your your right leg back, right leg back. Inhale, reach up. This time, exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart, and then sink forward and lean back at the same time. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank. Lower slow, Chaturanga. Inhale and exhale, down dog. Last side, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward, set your left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, clasp behind your back. Inhale, lengthen the knuckles down and back, lift your heart, squeeze your elbows in, squeeze your shoulders back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Looks everything. Thought I heard this thing turn off. Oh, the batting practice. Not as much as that lady. Only Tara knows what I'm talking about, but it was bad. Okay, sorry, I digress. Let's do a couple Surya A's. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sounds of the park, the soundtrack, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands by your feet, step back, plank pose. Take an inhale to shift the tippy toes, and then exhale, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing. And then just take a few extra breaths in your down dog. Yeah, realign, pedal your feet, take what you need. And then inhale, come up on your toes, bend your knees, look forward, step, step, or lightly hop to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Engage your core from the bottom to the top. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, just one more round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. And of course, you can be going slower or faster than me. It's your breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we step or float it back and land in Chaturanga. Remember, Chaturanga is an exhale. Inhale for Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, downward facing. And then stay and breathe. Lift your hips high. Draw your belly and low ribs in. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot forward into a lunge. Keep your left hand down. Inhale, twist open to the right. Hug your right hip back, lift your left thigh high, draw your belly in. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right hand down to the mat. Straighten out through your right leg, long pyramid shape. Both legs are straight. You need to adjust your back foot. Adjust your back foot as necessary. Keep the inside edge of your right foot rooting down, but at the same time, hug your right hip back. And inhale, shift forward back into your lunge. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, back, downward facing. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Try to shift your shoulders over your wrists so you're in a plank position. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot forward with that same control by the left thumb. Keep the right heel high. Twist open to your left. Wrap your right shoulder back. Draw your pubic bone up toward your navel. Keep twisting open. Stay for 4. If you like top arm up and over your ear, you could take it there. 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring that left hand down. Straighten out through the left leg so both legs are straight. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hug your left hip back. Exhale, fold forehead to shin. Hug your elbows in a little bit to help drop your shoulders. So you want to feel like your elbows are tracking more behind your thumb than your pinky. Inhale, look forward, come back to your lunge, and this time step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay. I'm like on a weird spot. Like there's like a step here. It's like a hill. Okay, I'll stand in front of it. Sorry, you guys. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your left hand underneath your face like we did at the very beginning. So have your feet about hip distance apart. Bend your left knee and twist open to your right. So you're back in the same twist we did it earlier at the back of our mat. Stay twisting to the right. Just start to bend the right knee also. So you're coming into chair with your lower body and then open up to a twist facing the right. So you're just kind of opening up, sitting into your chair. You got your right arm back, you got your left arm forward. Stay here. That's okay, you could stay down. 3. He's a rebel. 2, 1, he's a chair rebel. Inhale, full chair pose, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. It's probably a teacher giving bad cues. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float it back. Take a vinyasa. Inhale, that's a weird one to cue. Makes much more sense on the second side. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Come back into your easy twist to the right. Right arm up to the sky. And then from here, we're coming into Parsvakonas, side angle pose. So taking a big inhale. Exhale, let the right hand come down, either outside of the right ankle or forearm up to the right thigh, and then twist open toward the left. So you're on Parsvakonas, right foot forward, left foot back. Scooping the right sit bone down toward the left heel. Lengthening out through the left fingertips. Maybe you bend your right knee deeper. Move the left thigh back. Stay for 4. Belly in, shoulders soft. 3, 2. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, sweep the left arm down and around to the left. Come to a wide leg forward fold. Pivot all 10 toes to face the left side of your mat. And for a moment, just fold in, Prasarita A. Let your head and neck go. Continue to find the shift toward the front of your feet. Nice. Some of us have our heads down on the mat. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up onto your hands and have straight arms, all 10 toes facing to the left, and just take a little lunge toward the back of the mat. So lunge into your left leg, bend your left knee, your right leg is straight. We're just gonna hold here in this lateral lunge. Everyone can do it. Stay for 4, 3, if you wanna do little pulses, you can. 2, 1, inhale, shift back through center, and then start to shift to the right. Walk your hands toward the front of your mat. Plant your hands, step back. Actually, don't step back, step forward. So you come to a lunge facing forward, right foot forward, left foot back. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Let's do that. Sorry for the confusion. Inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. It wouldn't have been bad if we did the other way. Also, it would have just been an extra vinyasa, so, you know, trying to be nice. Yeah, they're just going wild over here. Okay, inhale, reach up. We've already the other side. Exhale, forward fold. Place your right hand underneath your face, bend your right knee and take that twist open to the left. So start here. All right, we've got our right knee bent, our left arm up. Everything's good. From here, we're gonna come to that open arm chair twist. Bending the left knee also, and then coming up facing the left. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Sit deep. Really reach back with that left hand. Stay for 4, belly in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sweep both arms up, chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, place your hands, step or float it back. Take your time, flow through your vinyasa. You can always skip it and just take a down dog. That's where we'll meet. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Stay high on the ball of your right. Twist open to your left arm up to the sky. So now that transition we did on the other side should make more sense. Take an inhale. Exhale, the left hand's gonna come down either to the left or onto your left thigh. Right arm up to the sky, Parsvakonas. So your back heel spins flat. Oh, it's slippery out here. You can reach your right arm up and over your ear for full extension. So think of rooting the pinky edge of your right foot down, move your right thigh back, and then reach, reach, reach out through your right fingers. Keep drawing your navel in. Press your left knee open to the left, scoop the left side of your butt down, get in there. Take one more breath in. And exhale to a wide leg forward fold to your right. Pivot all 10 toes. And we'll go right into the little lateral lunge this time. So just lunging toward the back of your mat, toward your right. We're gonna hold it. Arms are straight, spine is long. Belly's in. If you want to pulse, you can, or you can just hold still for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to center. Start to walk toward the front of the room. Turn all 10 toes to face forward. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, so now traditional chair pose. So you can either stay with feet hip distance or big toes touching, heels a sliver apart. I don't know why I said traditional, but I just meant chair without a twist to start. Sit low, reach high, take your butt back. Oh. You know, gonna change it up sometimes. Okay, from here, bring your hands to your heart. Just for that, no. Take a twist to your right, left elbow all the way across your right knee this time. Hands into prayer. Hug the heels of your hands back. Make sure that your knees are on the same line. Stay for 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, one more inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold, straighten both legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float it back through vinyasa. Inhale and exhale. From downward facing dog, inhale, lift your right leg up and open your hip. Stay there. Down dog is just not good for this. You can bend your knee, you can circle your ankle. Good, everybody. And then inhale, level off your hips. Exhale, step your right foot up between your hands, spin your left heel flat, warrior 2. So getting into some more external hip opening. So that's when your hips are facing this way versus facing the front of your mat. Sit into your warrior 2, torso over the hips. Find your breath. You can look straight ahead or you can look out over your front middle finger. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior, and then go ahead and straighten out through your right leg. Make it a reverse triangle. Let's get a nice long side body stretch. Pull your left shoulder back. Keep leaning back. Breathe. Inhale, bring it back up to center. Triangle pose. If you need a block, grab your block for outside of your right ankle, any height. Keep both legs straight. And then peel open into your triangle. Really root your back foot down. Engage your quadriceps, so lift your thigh bones. Reach your top arm for the sky. And then lean back a little. Draw your belly in. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your left hand to your hip. gaze down toward your right foot. We're coming to half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Shifting forward, take your block with you if you're using it. Energize the left foot as it leaves the mat, and then try to find your balance, right? So you're trying to stack on top of your right foot evenly pressing down, left foot active. Scooping the right sit bone down a lot. Stay for 4, 3, 2. We're going back to warrior 2 like we did last week. On 1, bend your right knee, step way back, find your warrior 2. Take an inhale. Exhale, release both hands to the mat, come to a lunge facing forward, and then lizard pose. So walking the right foot over toward the right a little bit extra. Good, set your left knee down. And then if you can come down onto your forearms, come down onto your forearms or a block. If you can't, you can stay up on your hands, that's good too. And then we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Check that your right knee is over your right ankle. Good. So getting into the hip and the hip flexor. Make sure the shoulders aren't crunching to the ears. Okay, from here, press back up onto your hands. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your right hand for your left foot. Find a little extra hip flexor quadricep stretch. If you can't reach it, just reach for it. Stay for 4. Keep rolling the shoulders back. 3. Maybe think of pressing your butt to your heel. 2. And 1. Let it go. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. Decide vinyasa or not. And we'll meet at down dog. Okay, I'm just going to change the order a little bit so nobody get mad. Inhale, lift your left leg up, open your hip. Again, saving you a vinyasa, so you should just like me even more. Circle your ankle around. Take what you need. You can just stay still. Straighten the arms. Good, everybody. Good arms. Inhale, lengthen out your left leg. Exhale, step it forward, warrior 2. Good. Take a moment just to check out your feet. Line up front heel to back arch. Make sure you're taking enough space the long way on your mat. And then settle in. We'll stay for a few breaths. Keep pressing the right thigh back as you bend the left knee and scoop the left sit bone under. Try to find that breath up and down the spine. Inhale, flip your front palm, and exhale, take a reverse warrior. And once you get there, just go ahead and straighten out through the left leg. Make it a reverse triangle. Keep reaching back from the left hip through the left fingers, really from the left toes through the left fingers. Inhale up to center, both legs stay straight. If you need to adjust your stance, shorten it a little bit or turn the back foot in, go for it. And then triangle pose. So you want to have your left hand placed where your left wrist and your left shin would connect. So maybe back a little, not up by your foot. And then scoop the left side of your butt down and back toward your right heel. Reach long through all 10 fingers. Lean back like there's a wall to catch you. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Gaze down toward your left foot. Soften your left knee slightly and make your way to Ardha Chandrasana. So as the right foot leaves the mat, it's active. Both legs are active. Really trying to draw the left sit bone down toward the heel to peel open. Stay for 4, 3, 2. Take an inhale. Exhale back into your warrior 2. Nice slow descent. Take an inhale here. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Find your way into lizard. So walking the left foot a little more to the left. Set the right knee down. Set the forearms down if they go down. And then take what you need here in your lizard, keeping the left knee as much over the left ankle as you can. If you like to let it fall a little bit out to the left at that point, that feels good, you could do that. Stay here for a few breaths. Can you guys believe it's almost September? I can't believe it. I know. Right. I know. You're a testimonial. I missed you on Zoom for so long. I'm glad you're back. Okay. Come up onto your hands. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. Do your best. One leg is always easier to get than the other. Think of pulling your heel toward your knee, but also your heel toward your butt, but also your butt back toward your knee. Roll your shoulders open. So we're really stretching the hip flexor on the right side a lot. We'll call it quad stretch, but I think it's hip flexor stretch for all this extra sitting we've been doing. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that right foot go gently. Face the front of your mat. Lift your right knee. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Whew. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, sit down, find your chair pose. You have to even it out. Hands to your heart, twist to your left. So as you sit deep, move your butt and shins back. Check that your right knee and your left knee are on the same line. So feel kind of like everything's moving to the left. For 4, draw your belly in. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come to chair and up to stand. Hands to your heart. Shake it out, shake it off. Okay. I'm just backing up because I'm trying to find a flat spot on my mat. So you guys find a flat spot on your mat at home too. We're gonna do a little balance. So I'm not even gonna try to mirror you guys. So just do what I say. Okay, stand on your right foot. Yeah, already doing good. Pick your left knee up in front. I'm not even gonna look at you guys. It's gonna mess me up. So we're gonna take that open arm twist to your left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Good. From here, just keep the arms open like this. You don't have to reach for your knee or your foot, but try to extend your left leg forward. And stand tall, move your right thigh back, belly in. Woo. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Keep the left knee lifted. If you set it down like I just did, just pick it back up. Open your left knee to the left. Just keep it bent 90, right? So nothing tricky. And then tree pose. You can use your hand to help you, or you can just place your foot where it lands. Find a tree position. And then again, just stand tall, set your gaze on something that's not blowing too much in the wind. You want to change your arms, feel free, maybe raise your branches for 4, 3, 2. Everybody bring your hands back to your heart. If you move them, take your left ankle, cross it over your right knee. I know a lot of balancing on one side. And then sit back. This is way harder in the park than it was in my living room yesterday. You can bring your hands to the mat for extra help with balance or to blocks. Sit your butt back. Get that nice hip piriformis stretch for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise up and then let it go. Just so you guys know, and it might be challenging to do that at home as well, I know, but on this uneven surface, it's much worse, but which is kind of good, right? Like, I don't know if anybody ever took the classes at the gym, stand on your left foot, bring your right knee up in front, where you had to like stand on that half ball. Did anybody ever do those classes on the Bosu ball? The twist is, you know, I call it, I don't know if it has a Sanskrit name, so I call it funky chair. Annalise is here with us today, and she's a teacher trainee observing my class, and I call it funky chair, or sometimes standing pigeon. Open your arm. One of my teachers, my favorite teacher ever, always called it funky chair, and so it's stuck. Good, so find your balance. And then if you want, try to extend your right leg as straight as it wants to go. Stay for 4, 3, maybe a little higher. Good, 2, 1. Come back to center. Just come to hands to heart and then open. Right knee to the right. Keep pressing the left foot into your mat. Draw your left thigh back, get taller. And then tree. Find a good spot for your tree. Keep standing tall again. If you want to change your arms for 4, 3, 2. It's a good ankle workout. 1. Good. We'll come to the funky chair. Cross your right ankle over. Flex your right foot. Sit back and down. Yeah, because it could be standing pigeon. It's kind of a prep for that arm balance also, which we're not doing that today, but just saying Ekapada Galavasana, if you guys have ever done it, flying pigeon. You guys that take Christine, I'm sure you've done it. You've seen it for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly undo. Shake it out. I have to see what was next. I gotta cheat. Oh, okay. I got it. I actually found out a name. Speaking of Sanskrit, I taught this sequence yesterday morning in my Zoom class at home, and Annalise took my class yesterday. And after class, my sister, if any of you have met my sister, Miss Picky, says, "You called this one pose by the wrong Sanskrit name." Oh my God. I was close. Inhale, reach up. She's come to like every class I've taught, which I can't even believe. Exhale, forward fold, and she seems to like it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left leg back. Set your left knee down. And then we're going to come to Ardha Hanumanasana. This one I'm calling the right thing. Half split. So straighten out your right leg, flex your right toes, and just staying here. If you want deeper splits, you could take deeper splits. Just opening up that front leg. Yeah, it was funny because she takes a lot of Ashtanga, and Ashtanga they talk all in Sanskrit. So she's like, I don't know what's the right name, but that's not the name you said. And so then she looked it up and sent me a video, which was cool. Her best friend is an Ashtanga teacher, so she takes a lot of Ashtanga. So Ashtanga is hard. It's hard mentally. It's hard to do the same thing every time. I like when it's different. Every once in a while, it's good. I don't know how people do unguided. Like guided, okay. But like unguided. No offense to anybody who loves Ashtanga. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try this pose, and it's called, I wrote it down, Triang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So crazy. So come back up to your Ardha Hanuman where your left hip is over your left knee. And then we're going to start to sit back to the inside of our left ankle. And you can kind of press down into your calf muscle. It's made up of these two muscles back here. So you want to kind of split them as you sit back. So I wanted to call it Ardha Virasana, because if those of you who know Virasana, it's like when both of your knees are bent back and you're in this position. But I guess it's not. So from here, sit tall. If you feel, try not to dump too much over to your right. So if you're at home or even here, if you guys have anything that can kind of lift your right side of your butt slightly, if you feel like you need that, you could do that. What? Yeah, if it's getting, you know, if it's getting your knee, if you have a bad knee, if it's getting your knee, you can maybe bring it into Janu Sirsasana, but we're probably going to do that one later, so just FYI. You can put something behind your knee joint, also like a little towel here, that could help. And then we're going to fold forward. So any amount moving forward. So this position with the leg, I know it's probably not most everybody's favorite, but it's probably also because it's one we don't do a lot. So at the beginning of class, when we had our feet wide and our knees together, that's kind of the same idea. Like it's more of a internal medial rotation of the knee joint versus the external that we all love. Well, yeah, King Arthur is my favorite too. We could go to the brick wall over there and do. Really? Yeah, King Arthur won't be showing up in most of my. Well, it always also gets done on the day I just had a pedicure. All scraping on the wall. Okay, let's inhale, peel yourself up. I think let's, how do we want to come out of it? Let's just take like either a vinyasa or just a down dog, stretch it out. It's a good ankle stretch too, that one, right? Stretch the top of your ankle, I suppose. That, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's kind of like that. Okay, so step your left foot forward. Let's do the split first, the Ardha Hanuman or Hanuman. Left leg forward, peel the left toes back, get a nice stretch. So, well, I mean, Ekapada, I don't know, Triang, let's see, Mukha is, let's see if she said it's called Triang, which is the word I don't know. Mukha, which I've seen because like, you know, like Adho Mukha, yeah, like down dog. Mukha might be facing, yeah. Ekapada is one leg or one foot, and Paschimottanasana is the forward fold. Triang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. That's all. It's just a big mouthful of nonsense. But every once in a while, it's good to try something new on the menu of life. Okay, let's slowly find our Triang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Right, so it's something, yeah, it starts to make sense, right? That's right, there you go. Okay, so coming back to here and then sitting back towards your heel, maybe taking your hand to split the calf muscle. Fancy word for that is bifurcate, if anybody was interested, right? And then this side I seem to be sitting way over. Maybe I'll use my block too. I saw people with the block. Okay, so I would normally use more of a blankety kind of situation that's softer, but yeah. You could have it under both cheeks or one cheek. One is good. And then from here, just feel like this leg is rolling in, right? You don't want to be sitting on your heel. You want to definitely have your heel, your right heel outside of your hip, and your toes are facing back, right? Your toes aren't winging out to the right. They're facing back. So that's something to check that I didn't say on the first side. And then fold in. This is it. It's all downhill from here. But it feels good, and it's something different. We're all prepared for it. We did a bunch of hip flexor-y things and hamstringy things. The birds have a lot to say today, don't they? It's so nice out here in the park. Right. Now you know, hopefully you'll come back next week. It's nice though. There's something really like soothing about it. Last week we had live music. And those people. There was, we think, it seemed like a service or something, but it was Saturday, so I don't know, but I mean, they can have a Saturday service. It was really nice. Okay, so from here, again, just slowly peel yourself up. And if you need a down dog to stretch it out, or you just want to take a cat-cow or anything that sounds good. And then everybody come back down onto your knees one more time. If you could probably fold your mat back if you need extra padding too for this. We're just going to do camel. I didn't learn, by the way, Meg, until like I came one week and these guys had towels under their mats for like extra, and I was like, oh, brilliant. Okay. Yeah. Grass, but you don't feel like necessarily you have to put your hands on it and stuff. Okay, so camel pose, right? So hips stay over the knees. So it's not a leaning back like this where your thighs go back. Your thighs stay here. It's a back bend. Tuck your toes. Bring your hands to your sacrum. Hug your elbows in, shoulders back. Inhale, start to roll your chest up and back. And then maybe you reach for your feet. Maybe you just go for the prep and don't reach for your feet. Stay for 4. Lift your heart. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Let your head and neck come up last, especially if you threw it way back. And then have a seat. Take a rest. So for camel also, you get a lot of low back pain. It's helpful to squeeze the block between your thighs, like here, like a pose kind of situation. Kind of keeps a little more engagement. Okay, let's do one more. If you're more flexy and you can release your toes, then reach your ankles, you could do that. So think of your thighs like they were up against the wall that we were just randomly talking about. You can have your hands at your sacrum. You can lift up through your rib cage, whatever helps you get the back bend. Go back, back, back. And then maybe release the hands. Try to go both at the same time. And then stay. Roll your shoulders back. Draw your tailbone down. Belly in for 4. I guess you can't really do belly in on this one, but I always say it anyway. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly crawl back up. Again, sit down. You could take chin towards your chest and take a few easy neck rolls. So that pose we did before, and a lot of the poses we did today, at least I try throughout my classes to prep for a pose like camel. We did the thigh opening. Hamstrings are good for opening the back as well. the back body. Okay, we're going to come down onto our backs and take a bridge pose. Right, I still have time. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's do a bridge. I wanted to do one bridge. So one like nice, easy breezy, comfortable back bend that you like, right? Camel is not always the crowd favorite, but it's a good one. So a bridge or an urdhva, if you want to take an urdhva and you're ready for it. Press down into your feet. Start to lift your hips nice and high. Send your tailbone toward your heels. Clasp your fingers if you haven't already, if you want to. Block between the thighs is nice here too. I'm sure some of you have already done that. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. And because I just said that, if you guys will take one more, so just take a couple breaths down. If you want to take your block under your sacrum for a supported bridge, to do that. If you want to take block between the thighs for one full active inner thigh action, you can do that. As you're ready, again, just pressing into the feet to lift the hips, sending the tailbone toward the back of the knees, getting the shoulders underneath you a little bit more for height. And then when you're up, just make sure your chin is off of your chest. And close your eyes. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Remove your block. Widen your feet as wide as your mat, and just some easy windshields like we did at the beginning. Nice release after all those back bends. Oh, feels good. And then hug your knees in. And let's come back up to seated. So just easy couple rolls up and down on your spine. Come to seated. So because I said it and because I know someone out here likes this pose, we're gonna do Janu Sirsasana. I like Janu Sirsasana too. So stretch your right leg out in front. Bring the sole of your left foot into your right inner thigh. Open your left knee a little more than 90 if you can. And then turn to face your right thigh. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward. You can take your left hand to the outside of your right foot and pull yourself more into a twist. So after back bends, forward folds are a good release, a good counter pose for your spine. Right, this one's kind of like tree, foot positioning. So Janu Sirsasana is head to knee or knee to head. Janu is knee and Sirsasana is head, like headstand. So this one makes sense, kind of. Inhale, look toward your right toes. Peel yourself up, and we'll switch sides. Oh yeah. Right? Time and practice. And then all of a sudden one day you're back up here and you're like, what's going on in my leg today? So, okay, we're going to the left this time. You can inhale your right arm up to the sky and then twist your torso a little to the left, reach across, fold in. what is really tough though is when there's poses that you had and then you have some kind of weird injury or pull, or you don't even know sometimes how you woke up with it, and then yeah, I know like it's killing me these days. It's yeah. And you're like, why? I used to be able to do that. It takes a lot. Yeah, it's a big ego check is what we're consensus out here, for sure. Inhale, slowly peel up. And then let's stretch both legs out in front of us, and since we'll take Parsvakonas. I've been saying her name all day. We're gonna do it. Take the flesh out from under your sit bones. Just try to sit tall. Try to find a fairly level spot to sit on. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold over both legs. So just always remembering to try to lengthen as you fold. So it's easy to just drop your head into your lap and let go. So you want to just think crown of your head toward your toes. You could even have a block in front of your feet. And a couple more breaths. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I was wondering about them. Joe and Girly had their baby. Joe and Girly had their baby, guys. Because she was just like maybe a couple months in right before, I remember. So that would make sense because it's been almost 6 months. Yeah. And he came to a few of the Zoom classes at the beginning, and then he stopped coming. Yeah. Okay, inhale, peel up. Bend your knees. We'll make our way onto our backs. Oh my God, usually I think I don't have enough for 90 minutes, and I have like stuff I wanted to do that I didn't. Okay, come back next. I've been teaching mostly 1-hour classes, and so I'm like, oh, 90 minutes, and then so. Okay, let's take a little figure 4 on our backs. So cross your right ankle on top, flex your right foot, and then this one has a name. It's like Tsuki, I think it's like Tsuki Randasana, the thread the needle. Yeah, I know. Please share if you research that and find out. It's the standing one's probably like could be like Ekapada Tsuki Randas. I know, but this is probably something about being reclined. I'm going to look it up too. Keep pressing your right knee, outside of your right knee toward me or toward the front of your space. If you feel like you need a little more, you could take your hips like about an inch, kind of like a little inch shift toward the left just to recenter. Keep pressing the right knee open. Take one more breath in. And exhale, just release and switch sides. Flex your left foot, press your left knee open, and then find your thread, maybe behind your thigh or in front of your shin. And again, here, if your left knee is taking you over to the left, just shift slightly back to the right and then re-engage. Press the left knee forward. One more breath in. And exhale, release that. Set both feet back down on the mat, and then cross your right knee all the way over your left this time. So knee over knee, thigh over thigh. Lift your hips, shift them a little to the right. Draw your knees in and drop them over to the left for a supine twist with crossed knees. So yeah, now Annalise is making me think if there's a Sanskrit name for every pose. So sometimes we just call this one, I've heard it called a twisted root because that's kind of what it looks like. But I'm sure supine twist has some kind of, yeah, like an eagle twist. I call it, this one feels really good. So we do it all the time. It's one of my favorites. And take one more breath in. And exhale, slowly back up through center. And across your knees and cross them the other way. So left over right, unless you're a rebel. Shift your hips to the left, draw your knees in. The closer you draw your knees in, the deeper the twist. So you know you, and then take them over to the right. So you want to keep the left shoulder down, the left hip drawing forward. But other than that, just try to relax into your twist. Take a couple more breaths. Take one more inhale. And exhale, unwind, come back to center and bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. So Supta Baddha Konasana. Just enjoy this hip opening stretch. We haven't done this yet today, so feel really good. You bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Feel your breath move. And then as you're ready, find your way into Shavasana, final resting pose of your choice, somewhere you can be in stillness for the next few minutes. Just stretching your legs out and taking up space on your mat. If you prefer to go to legs up the wall or to sit in a meditation seat, please do that. And then when you get to where you want to be, just release all of the effort, the muscles, and the breath and the mind. Just let it be effortless. And rest, Shavasana. slowly begin to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, wrists, your ankles. Stretch your arms up over your head. Take a big long stretch from end to end, fingertips to toe tips. And then gather your knees in and take a moment to roll to one side in fetal pose, keeping your gaze inward. And from here, as you're ready, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. If your eyes have opened, just gently close them back down. Sit tall, spine lifted, heart open. And together, let's finish with one big collective sigh. Everyone, please take a deep inhale through your nose and pause at the top. Sip in a little more. And open mouth, exhale. Sigh it out. And gather your hands together at heart center, sealing in your practice. And gently bow your chin toward your heart in a gesture of gratitude toward yourself, your yoga practice, and the yogis around you. Thank you all so much for coming out and practicing with me today at the park and on Zoom. I love seeing your faces on Saturday morning. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. And just, if your guys are hesitating to come to the park because of the heat, it is so nice out here. Like, it's really cool this morning, but I know there's plenty of other reasons. So you can unmute yourselves if you want. I'm going to turn you so you can see your friends for a second. That's always nice, although I should maybe stop recording, before we get into it.